Hey, it's Reimers back for month 25. Apologize if the audio isn't as good in my current kind of living state. I don't have a full recording area kind of set up with my normal audio setup, but this month was pretty kind of underwhelming. And the main reason for that was I moved and I started a new job. And I kind of wrote it over here, but yeah, adult life, it's really hard. Like having a full-time job um, is tough. And I mean, there's definitely time to fit in Korean, but I think the margins are a lot slimmer. I'm in a big city now. There's a lot to do. I have a lot of friends to hang out with. There's just like so much going on, and I wake up and I go to work and I come home and I'm tired and I have errands, and oftentimes the Korean really slipped. I think it's definitely something I can still work in, but it's really hard. I don't really want to like give up, right? Like I don't want to just be like, well. Um, I still think I can kind of stick with it. I think maybe in the last couple weeks my kind of like internal goals for by the time I get to Korea have maybe kind of hit some realizations of I'm not gonna reach a certain stage. I mean, it's like, is it possible? Yes, but I think the sacrifices I would have to make are maybe not with what I'm necessarily willing to do in terms of like again, just the margins are slimmer, so some other stuff would have to go that didn't really before. So at the start of the month, I did a bunch of like Hello Talk stuff again. I went on this app called Nuchinsu, which is like uh kind of like Korean like text omegle. I also did this app called Mom. These were fun. Like I did like calls. I would like call people. It was pretty fun. I would do like a 5-10 minute call, like just completely in Korean, which is pretty cool. Um, It definitely did feel like, I could have like a basic conversation, and then once things like kind of reached, like went past a certain point, kind of fell apart pretty quick, like just in my ability to say things, my ability to understand. Um, and that does kind of, scare me for Korea, right? Where it's like, again, you really want to have like real kind of semi-meaningful conversations. And if as soon as you get past the like first, 3 minutes, you're asking them to repeat things more than once, um, you just don't know what to say. Uh, Yeah. Um, Not being on Hello Talk has benefits. So just like all the people on Hello Talk, are usually pretty good at English, right? Like in Korea, they kind of everyone learns English. So even if they're like maybe on calls they're not as good, right? But in texting, they're usually like decent. But these people on Nujitsu, they don't know any English, like literally not. So you have to use Korean, which can be good and bad, right? Like it's good in that like it's not really easy to cheat, but also, Matt talked about how kind of forcing yourself to use Korean when it doesn't really feel natural can actually be bad. And the other con is that I feel like on Hello Talk, there's a much more like language learning attitude, where on Nushinsu, like you can say something and they'll understand you, but and they just won't correct you at all, right? Doing the mom calls was pretty fun, but don't really want to do too many of those before my pronunciation is really good. That was the goal for this month. I think my goal was like 30 minutes a day. Dude, I don't even think I did any coursing this month. I mean, to be fair, I wrapped up school, moved out here, started a full-time job. I mean, I was doing a lot, right? And I think now that I'm settled in, I can kind of have more of a routine. But yeah. So yeah, adult work life is hard. Um, it's easy to slip on stuff. The margins are slim. I don't really know how much more can be said there. I think the Korean still stuff I want to do. Definitely, it's hard. It's really hard to find time. Um, but I think most of this month my immersion was watching Itaewon Class with Echo Subs, um, which has been pretty enjoyable. I mean, it feels really easy, right? Like sometimes I literally feel like I'm just watching with English subtitles. That's what's kind of questionable about Echo Subs. Um, but yeah, so I know this probably isn't that interesting to hear, but that's really all I got. So I'm gonna end it here before I kind of ramble for too long. Hopefully next month I kind of am able to find some regular time to do this. It's still something I want to stay with. I'm not really giving up for now. And thank you guys for continuing to watch. The views on the last video were great. Um, and let me know how you're feeling in the comments. All right. Have a great June, everyone. And I'll see you next month for month number 26. Bye.